In the world of Greek mythology, the gods and mortals were not perfect. They were deeply flawed, just like us. But their flaws? They were immense, dangerous, and sometimes even fatal. Today, we'll delve into the 7 deadly sins that shaped the stories of the gods and heroes. Prepare yourself, because these sins have the power to destroy kingdoms, break hearts, and change the course of fate itself.
Hey, just a second. For the love of Jesus, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.
First, we meet pride, a sin so destructive that it led a young man to his own doom. Narcissus, a hunter with unparalleled beauty, became so entranced by his own reflection in a pool of water that he couldn't tear himself away. Unable to love anything but himself, he was cursed to stare at his reflection forever, eventually wasting away and dying in solitude. Excessive pride can blind us, leading us to lose sight of what truly matters: connection with others. Narcissus's downfall teaches us that loving ourselves is important, but love for others is what truly completes us. Next, we have greed, embodied by King Midas, whose insatiable desire for wealth turned his world into a golden prison. One fateful wish, everything he touched turned to gold. At first, it seemed like a blessing, but soon, his food, his loved ones, even his own daughter, were turned to cold, lifeless gold. In the end, he begged the gods to undo his curse. Greed, once a gift, became a curse. It isolated him from everyone he loved. Midas teaches us that no amount of wealth can replace human connection, and the more we hoard, the more we lose. The next sin, lust, was personified by none other than Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. Aphrodite's romantic affairs weren't just matters of passion. They triggered wars, betrayals, and conflict. Whether with gods like Ares or mortals like Paris, her lust led to a trail of heartache and destruction. Her myth shows that unchecked desires can spiral out of control, pulling everyone around us into chaos. True love, unlike lust, is rooted in respect, care, and loyalty. Aphrodite's story warns us to be mindful of our desires, or we risk everything for a fleeting pleasure. Envy takes the stage in the form of Hera, the queen of the gods, whose jealousy of her husband Zeus many lovers knew no bounds. Her anger drove her to torment countless women and children, especially Heracles, whom she relentlessly pursued with cruel trials. Hera's envy wasn't just personal, it affected the lives of mortals and gods alike. Her actions remind us that envy destroys not only relationships, but entire destinies. If we allow envy to rule us, we become prisoners of our own insecurities. Gluttony finds its embodiment in Silenus, the merry, intoxicated companion of Dionysus. With an insatiable appetite for food, drink, and indulgence, Silenus often found himself in a state of constant debauchery. He lacked any sense of moderation, often indulging until he became the butt of jokes and the object of mockery among the gods. Silenus teaches us that too much of anything, whether pleasure or material wealth, only leads to emptiness. Moderation and self-retrieval are the keys to living a balanced life. Next, we face wrath, embodied by Ares, the god of war, whose bloodlust and fury never seemed to subside. Ares thrived in battle, but his anger led to destruction, death, and suffering for both gods and mortals. His uncontrollable rage even made the gods question his sanity. Ares's wrath wasn't just about violence, it was about the reckless pursuit of power and dominance, no matter the cost. The myth of Ares warns us that uncontrolled anger leads to chaos, not victory, and can blind us to the consequences of our actions. Finally, we arrive at Sloth, personified by Morpheus, the god of dreams. Morpheus was so lost in the realm of dreams that he often avoided engaging with reality. His inactivity, his lack of drive, and his destitution of indifference to the world's struggles made him a symbol of stagnation. Morpheus teaches us that avoiding the world around us, retreating into passivity and neglecting our responsibilities can lead to a life of missed opportunities. Dreaming is important, but action is what shapes our fate. The gods of Greek mythology may have ruled the heavens, but they were still vulnerable to the same flaws that haunt us today. Each of the 7 deadly sins has a deep lesson to teach us about the dangers of excess, the cost of unchecked desires, and the consequences of neglecting our responsibilities. So, the next time you are faced with temptation, remember these myths. The gods may have been powerful, but their flaws were their undoing. Are we any different? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Greek myths, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into the timeless tales that shaped our world.
Hey, just a second. For the love of Jesus, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.